going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Chainalysis Bassick. Chainalysis, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks up as expected. And of course, guys, we have the jobs report. They're going to twist and turn the narrative. And the jobs report comes in weak. But guys, we know the jobs report has been weak every single month. They just have been revising it down. So if the report is saying we added 175, we probably added nothing. It may be even negative. And the mainstream media comes in with the narrative. Jobs market is getting weak. That means the Fed is going to cut. The bond market reacts. And then, of course, yield rates lower. Assets move up. It's all manipulation. But, guys, you can't make this stuff up. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, of course, right now are plummeting down. And we know that's part of Janet Yellen refunding. The manipulation is definitely in. And then we have the dollar down. And we know part of that cause is Japan. So, guys, you have to pay attention to all the geopolitical events. And then we have volume and crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $428 billion. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis. Now, make sure you watch the video I did last night. And then also, if you're a part of my Patreon premium stock account, make sure you watch the video I did yesterday. We're seeing technology move fast forward. And then we also are seeing the puppets come out from behind the curtain and bring in reality. Remember I told you, 2025, they're going to start pulling down this curtain. But right now, they're telling you the truth, that machines are going to replace humanity in the workforce. And those who have my book and those who've been with me from the beginning on this channel, I know you was like, no way that machines are going to replace humans. But now we're seeing it. And we know the technology is already ready. It's been ready 20 years ago. This has just been a testing period for them. Only thing they need is that one crisis. But guys, you know, the crypto teacher gives you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. And I know you're going to hate me, but remember, guys, I'm just a watchman on the wall. Now, we have Kevin O'Leary says Americans should just get used to high rates. The Fed definitely wants to keep rates higher for longer, but they're definitely going to cut rates this year. But they need that distraction, and they have plenty of them that they can use. Remember, guys, this is a simulation. We're in a plan. It moves in phases. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, we have U.S. senators say that alphabet boys aren't opposed to crypto privacy. And we know that is definitely not the truth. We've seen too many events that we know they want to cut out all privacy. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to understand the technology so you can keep your privacy. Privacy is going to be the new gold in the fourth industrial revolution. I don't know where you're at, but where I'm at, every time I turn around, there's a camera popping up everywhere. They just haven't pushed the activate button. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have spot Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale all up. Now we have Hong Kong spot ETFs experienced decline in Bitcoin inflows on second trading day. But guys, remember the video that I did a couple days ago when it comes to these Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs. What he stated, they're trying to build a house. They don't care about the bricks right now. They're trying to build a house. They're not selling bricks. They're building a house, and it takes time to build out the ecosystem. And he's talking about the new digital economy, this fourth industrial revolution. Remember, guys, you're in a plan. It takes time. And like I stated, it's going to take about 3 to 5 years to build the fourth industrial revolution. But as soon as we get that crisis, that distraction, technology is going to move so fast, the masses are going to wonder what happened. We see all this technology, but by the time they wake up, the machines will be here. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Jack Dorsey's block to use 10% of Bitcoin profit to buy Bitcoin every single month. And that's like these big corporations making all these stock buybacks. Apple stock buyback is ridiculous. And the same thing when you're looking at Bitcoin and any of these cryptocurrencies. If you have a project and you're buying your own crypto, you're just manipulating the price, trying to keep it up. And guys, we're going to be going through a bear market, and we see the strategy of these big banks and big corporations. These buybacks are out of control. You're talking about trillions of dollars that they could have invested back in the company and then also invested in small businesses, but instead they're returning the money back to the investors. The majority of the big investors are the big banks and big corporations. And on top of it, these same big banks and big corporations that are benefiting off the stock, they're also getting dividends. You can't make this stuff up. But unfortunately, the sheep are asleep, and that's how they're able to get away with manipulation. But we have Jack Dorsey buying. Now we have all these Bitcoin spot ETFs buying. So that's going to keep Bitcoin price up. Yes, you're going to have pumps and dumps, but Bitcoin is not going to take a big fall unless we see a whole lot of outflows. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Pantera Capital invest in Ton blockchain, looking to capitalize on Telegram users. And we see Ton getting a little pump today. And lastly, guys, we have Tether enters transaction surveillance partnership with Chainalysis as regulatory pressure mounts. And again, guys, they want to take away all privacy, like I stated. The alphabet boys are just turning to technology. You won't need a lot of manpower when you have blockchain. If everything is recorded, then you add in cell phone, which is nothing but a monitoring device that you're paying for. And then you add in all these cameras that are doing surveillance, devices like Neuralink. Like I told you, you're not going to have to worry about crime because you're going to be in a 15-minute city and they'll know exactly who did it. And remember, the crypto teacher told you because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.